Okay. Looks like we're live. Hi. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who wants to connect? Who wants to get out there and connect, huh? Hi. It always takes a minute. Hey, Colin, you're the first one in. You are the first one in. Hey, Jade. Nice to see you guys. Happy full moon. Oh my goodness, we literally just, not literally, but a little over an hour ago, we just crested with full moon. Hey Mel, nice to see you. Big hair don't care. This is what you get with a lioness who shaved their head about a year and a half ago, and this is what it looks like growing back in. Hey Colin, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you? How's everybody feeling on this full moon? Has your human experienced any physical sensations? My human, known as Terrie, was exhausted for the past 2-3 days. And I felt myself really pushing to do anything, which of course means I was out of alignment. But I also had to keep up, right? So that's one of the fascinating things about being and navigating this human experience, knowing when not to work, stop, relax, and play, and when to go. Hey, Felicia, good morning. So my human was really tired. As a matter of fact, yesterday I had such time distortion. I kept thinking it was Friday, and then I felt what comes to my head is Neptune-y, just sort of like out of sorts. Did anybody feel that way as well? Sort of like, I don't want to say it was lightheaded, but I just felt like foggy-headed, in a way, disconnected, but not emotionally. It was all physically. So it was really interesting. And then this morning I participated in a live, which was so cool, a live pranic healing meditation that was on YouTube. It was being streamed live from Bhutan. And woo! We did a meditation that focused on the heart and the head, which is for pranic healing, that's what you're pretty much going to get, because this is the Taurus field, the head and the heart connecting, because the heart is the heart of the human, and the crown, or the head, is the heart of the divine. So, and it was specifically focused with Om Mani Padme Hum, which is a meditation for basically compassion and mercy. So it was really beautiful. And what the message that I kept getting from my guides during this meditation was to have more grace. And it's very interesting, because that led me into more of a deeper place of how do I actually define grace. So I'd love to know how you guys define grace. What is your interpretation of the word grace? Because for me, what was coming up was that there is a similarity in frequency and vibration of grace and forgiveness. Now, they're not the same, but there is a similarity in frequency, at least in my assessment, because grace is almost like you're allowing for something to just be, or someone to just behave the way that they do. And so there's that fringe frequency of acceptance, while also there being this fringe frequency of forgiveness. And in forgiveness, there's, hey, John Moy, in forgiveness, there is acceptance as well, because you're not fighting against and you're not trying to be right. So it was just really interesting how my cosmic family, I call them Team Terrie, how Team Terrie was giving me the message of having more grace. So it always starts off with us first. We have to do it for ourselves first before we can do for anyone else, right? So where in your life can you find some grace for yourself? Acceptance, forgiveness, allowing, right? The harder you work, and when I say you, of course, you guys know that it's not like you specifically, it's you, the big you, like us as a collective. I'll say we. Look, we are highly sensitive, spiritual individuals. If you're watching this, that's who you are. It's part of your identity. A lot of the times what happens in this incarnation, hey Felicia, I see you in just 1 second. I just want to finish this thought. In this thanks Felicia. In this incarnation, our human goes through a lot of experiences, and those experiences will shape our behaviors, right? So a lot of us are actually empaths, where we will pick up on other fields or other people's energy and make them our own as a way of feeling safe and secure as a trauma response. So let me hold on 1 second. I'm going to go back to Felicia. She says, ooh, never thought about defining grace. I would say for me, meaning Felicia, for Felicia, it means to have grace is to accept flowing through this life more peacefully for whatever comes your way. I don't know if that makes sense. It does. It makes sense. Why does it make sense? Because acceptance is allowance of however someone else is or how they are not. So that's giving someone grace to mess up, to screw up. And also, what they're saying is there's an element of understanding and compassion to this. So grace is not just like a one-term kind of thing, right? Because if you're accepting, Felicia, if you're accepting someone and you're allowing them to be how they are, truly and authentically, without needing to have an outcome or a result, or having some sort of need for you to be met, right? Then it's just that acceptance, right? Then it's just allowing. And that is what the grace is. You're just letting someone be. So it's like, if you were going to talk about people, it's loving someone who they are and who they're not. So the act of being graceful is allowing them their experience. Being graceful with yourself is allowing you to experience whatever you're experiencing, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, the fat, the skinny. And in that they're kind of like sub-levels. Remember, you guys, there are different levels of truth, right? So in grace, there's a level of acceptance. In grace, there's a level of forgiveness. In grace, there's a level of compassion. In grace, there's a level of, hey, Christina, there's a level of kindness, right? So it's like it's just allowing people to mess up. It's allowing ourselves to mess up and allowing them to step up into their greatness. Allowing you, me, we to step up into our greatness, right, you guys? So I almost feel like even though the message in my meditation this morning was about grace, I only kind of it's not that I didn't understand it. It was being received at this level. But as I'm talking and sharing with you guys, and you are sharing your feelings with me, or your definition, how you define grace, I'm learning more. I'm expanding. You guys are influencing my energy, right? So I'm learning from you just like you're learning from me as well. So maybe it's safe to say today's message, in a way we can sort of operate or navigate our human, is to find the grace in people, circumstances, situations, and even like the place. Like, let's say we drive somewhere and we're expecting one thing, and then we have to give grace to the place, to the location, and allow it to be however it is. Like, maybe you thought there would be more than one bathroom at a certain location and there's only one and you have to wait in line. Okay, we're going to be graceful about this, right? So we're not going to throw a stink. We're not going to like be all snobby and snooty. We're just going to allow, this is the experience in this now moment that we're going to have. There's another now moment on its way where we won't be in this experience, right? So today's message is really about navigating grace. Navigating grace. How graceful can you be through the day? How accepting, how compassionate, how kind. I'm even going to say that there's, what's coming through now is that there's a fringe, a fringe energy of, oh gosh, it just escaped me. Shite. What was it? Oh, it just escaped me. But there's another fringe energy that was coming through. And so I forgot it. If it comes through, I will share it with you guys. But as you can see, there's all these different levels, right? Or sub-levels, even within grace. So there's depth to whatever you're feeling in any now moment. And if you give yourself permission to sort of dive into, feel into, what are your senses, your physical senses saying about any type of energy or emotion. Remember, emotions are energy in motion that you're experiencing. Maybe there's another level of truth that you can uncover. Maybe there's another level of grace that you can give yourself, right? So today, I think it's really important for us to go ahead and give ourselves some grace. Give the expectation a break. Give the expectation some grace. Makes a sense, you guys? So I almost feel like that was sort of a message that I personally received, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Hopefully you're able to get something out of it as well during this full moon, right? Full moon energy is about releasing and letting go, right? So almost like giving someone, something, a circumstance, the grace, yourself, the grace is letting go. So what are you holding on to so tight, white knuckling, that you can't let go, that could actually be blocking you from your blessings, that you're not giving yourself grace for, however you're feeling scared, angry, frustrated, or whatever, by not letting go because of that fear. So can you give yourself the grace, and can you allow yourself to still be afraid, still be frustrated, still be angry, and let go? So giving yourself the grace. Again, it all just comes down to, it starts off with us first, and then it goes to the collective, right? All right, you guys, I'm looking here to see if I missed any questions. It doesn't look like it. So I'm going to hop off here because I do have some clients that I got to start getting to. But just wanted to say good morning. Hop on in here. Good morning. I hope you guys are okay. Today, try and give yourself some grace, or whatever circumstance that you're experiencing. And just remember this: love yourself for who you are and for who you're not. And you can give yourself grace for who you're not, because we're constantly up-leveling, creating new versions of ourselves, taking ourselves into newer identities of the person we want to be. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay connected, and I'll see ya on the flip side.